Welcome to our weekly roundup of key business developments in Sri Lanka. I'm Nishani Figuera. Let's first take a look at the main stories for this week. Rating upgrade only after a conducive environment. Tax base to be broadened. And Elon Musk's Starlink to commence operations soon. In our top story this week, Shehan Semasinghe, State Minister of Finance, says Sri Lanka needs to create a conducive economic environment in order for rating agencies to revise its grade on the country. The minister noted that a timeline for such a situation cannot be provided, but the finalization of a deal with bilateral creditors and the bondholder group is a significant move towards this direction. Sri Lanka received a restricted default status in May 2022 from Fitch Ratings following the failure to service external debts. The minister added that discussions with China Development Bank on its debt of $3.2 billion is also progressing positively. The Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka has said a final decision on the proposed electricity tariff revision will be announced on the 15th of July. According to the proposal by the CEB, the overall reduction of tariffs will be approximately 13.8%. According to Mahinda Siriwardena, Secretary to the Treasury, the salary hike demanded by the trade unions currently on strike would require VAT to be increased to 20 to 21% from the current 18%. He said that even a 10,000 rupee increment would require an additional expense of 140 billion rupees. The state sector trade unions are on a nationwide protest demanding a salary hike of 25,000 rupees. In a bid to broaden the tax base, 14 previously untaxed sectors have been included into the tax net. Accordingly, going forward, private schools, private tutoring classes, private medical services, engineering services, legal services and survey services will be subject to mandatory tax payments. According to Ranjit Siambalapitiya, Minister of Finance, this move will ensure that no field escapes taxation. Additionally, this should also help expedite Sri Lanka's progress towards increasing tax revenues to around 15% of GDP from the current 13.1% estimate for 2024 as per IMF requirements. Sri Lanka's parliament passed the new telecommunication bill, which paves the way for Elon Musk's SpaceX satellite service to commence operations in Sri Lanka. Previously, there was no such provision in the law to allow such independent operators in the country. According to Kanaka Herath, Minister of Technology, Sri Lanka aims to grow its IT sector to $15 billion by 2030, emphasizing the importance of allowing international companies to operate in Sri Lanka. In our weekly tourism update, during the first 7 days of July, just over 43,000 tourists arrived in the country. In the year, almost 1.1 million tourists have arrived. Daily arrivals were 6,155 in the month, significantly up from the 3,782 recorded in June. In the month, India was the primary source market, followed by the United Kingdom and China. The performance of the all-share price index at the Colombo Stock Exchange remained subdued this week. Although notable foreign buying continued, investors seem to be hesitant due to the upcoming presidential elections, despite recent positive developments in relation to external debt restructuring. At the Treasury bill auction held on Wednesday, yields on all maturities declined from a week earlier. Bids amounting to 300 billion rupees were received, of which 105 billion were accepted. The Sri Lankan rupee appreciated against the dollar this week, with the central bank's indicative mid-spot rate ranging around 304 to 305 rupees. And with that, we wind up for this week. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel at the link below for regular updates on economic and business developments in Sri Lanka. Until we see you again next week, thank you for watching. Stay safe.